Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Fire Emblem Heroes Abyssal Clear. Today we are taking on the Scouring Saint Elimine, or as I like to call her, Saint Ermine. However, this stoat does not stand unopposed. The Angel Army will be tackling her map and earning this gold headband. And this map isn't too bad. There are a decent number of reinforcements and a few annoying enemies like a save armor, but actually not that difficult, because these two paths on the sides kind of funnel the enemies in, so they don't overwhelm you too badly. So, real quick, let's take a look at our units for this battle. Leading the charge, as always, is our dear Professor Byleth, who is running a Gale Force set with Flashing Blade 4 for a little extra damage, Close Call to give him some damage reduction for survivability, and also to help him get into position. Joint Drive Attack, of course, is great team support, and Life and Death 3 just gives him a little more oomph, and the downside doesn't really matter that much, thanks to Close Call. Next up is Best Daughter Morgan, who is running her standard offensive set with Attack, Speed, Push, and Desperation. Speed Res Rain, of course, really solid team support, and Blade Session, again, just a little more oomph. Next we have the Angel Army's newest member, our fell tactician Robin, who is actually running his tactical bolt. Funny enough, it's actually a really solid pick for this map, since we are running a team that can trigger the buffs, and also the effect that grants him weapon triangle advantage over colorless is helpful because there are a decent number of colorless foes on the map, and there are some pretty annoying red units that him and Morgan can team up to help clear out. And he is running a modified version of his Scale Tipper build, which was the build that was designed to take out reds and colorless. We did end up dropping Triangle Adept for attack res unity so that he could hit a little harder and have a little more survivability on neutral matchups. And Null Sea Disrupt, well, my original plan with him was to have him bait out and take out Elimine on the counter. It doesn't really work in practice because her res is actually really high, so that was unfortunate, but it is still important for this particular map, as we will see later on. Joint Drive Defense, of course, is just good team support, especially with Tactical Bolt also stacking some stats on, and Mystic Boost just gives him a little more survivability. Aether is also giving him some survivability, but more importantly, it's used to cut through Elimine's high res. And finally, to round out our tactical team, we have our wonderful Tomato Prince Leo, and he is running Melon Float to give him a little bit of extra survivability. Lull Attack Res, Fortress Def Res, falling in line with that, but Quick Riposte lets him get some key doubles to take out some threats before they overwhelm us, and Drive Speed just helps everyone else get their doubles a little easier, which is important since there are some pretty fast units on the map, and he doesn't mind taking that in his C slot because he doesn't really need his speed at all because we've got Quick Riposte. So he's a natural fit to carry that. So with all of that said, it is time for our tactician team to take down Elimine, and I am counting Byleth as an honorary tactician. After all, characters did consult with him on the best way to approach the war, and he played a key role in leading his troops to victory. He taught classes on mercenary and general battle tactics, and he was able to play to his students' strengths and weaknesses when deciding what classes they should promote to. So I would say at the very least he qualifies as an honorary tactician, if not a full-fledged one. Alright. So to start, we are going to have Robin and Leo swap, and Elimine's staff has the false start effect, which turns off effects that trigger at the start of the turn, like Robin's tactical bolt, which grants our units a small buff, but that only works if the unit is standing in her cardinal directions, so as long as we pay attention to our positioning, it won't actually matter, and that is the only skill that we are carrying that triggers at the start of the turn, so everyone else is unaffected, and we just have to pay attention to Robin's position. So it's not actually that big of a deal. So to start, we're going to have our dear Professor reposition our prince and move him up, and then Leo will return the favor, getting Byleth up here. And next we're going to have Robin pull Leo over to this side, and Morgan will just move up and pass. Everyone starts funneling down, we get our buffs, and now Byleth can move over and attack this Axe Flyer, chop, take a meager amount of damage back, and chop once again, trigger Gale Force, and slide over with close call back to this square. So now Morgan can move down and attack this red flyer. Zap! They counterattack for 0. And here comes another zap. Bam! Down he goes. Now we are going to have Robin reposition Byleth, and in doing so he is now in range of this bow fighter, so he can tank that attack and deal some damage on the counterattack. And Byleth is now in range to attack this green thief. Chop, one hit, takes him out, and slides down so that Leo can reposition him, get him out of the way of this Lance Cavalier, and also get him back over next to Robin to receive the tactical bolt buff. Bowfighter attacks Robin, tanks the hit, and counterattacks for half of his HP, and we heal a little bit off of Mystic Boost. Next we are going to have Morgan attack this Sword Fighter. Zap! 2 hits and takes him out. And we are going to have Byleth attack this Bow Fighter. Chop chop. Trigger our Gale Force, and we're just going to pull Robin down, and we are going to have Leo move over to intercept these blue mages and stand there, block off their path, and then we will just have Robin wait here. If we try and tank this red mage, they will actually outspeed us and take us down, so we will just let them have the blue mages attack into us, and they will find not much happens when they do. Leo tanks that hit, doubles back with quick riposte, and drops that blue mage, heals up a little bit, back to full. This blue flyer is going to do a pitiful amount of damage, and we will attack back. Here comes 2 more damage. And what do you know, Leo's going to heal back up to full once again. So that round of combat, he took just no damage, essentially. Both matches ended up with him being back to full HP by the end. And now we are going to send Byleth over to attack this red mage. Chop chop. And trigger our Gale Force once again. Attack this Axe Knight. Chop. Take a little bit of damage, but we reduce some of it. Not that it really matters too much. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the kill, but we did set things up for Leo to come in and finish the job. Their Aegis triggers, but doesn't really save him. 2 hits from Leo takes him down. Now, unfortunately, Byleth will have to tank this Lance Cavalier, but even with this Surge Sparrow, they're not particularly speedy, so Byleth is going to have no problem tanking this hit, thanks to his dodge skill, even with the Sapphire Lance granting them super triangle advantage. And now we have Saint Elimine here, and she is on her way, and we're actually going to send Robin to tank her. Now, he has Null Sea Disrupt, so he can counterattack despite her dazzling effect, but her res is so high that he's not going to do a ton of damage. However, we will let her attack anyway, despite doing pitiful damage back, because it will help charge our Aether. And with that, we are just going to have Morgan move over here. Lance Cavalier attacks into Byleth. We reduce the damage and counterattack back for 40. Elimine attacks into Robin. All that sparkle, only for 7 damage. Not that we can really talk since we only did 4 back. And another 7 to us. Robin endures though and heals up a little bit of health thanks to Mystic boost, but more importantly, his Aether is now good and charged and ready to go. So we're going to have Leo attack this Lance Cavalier. Drop him. And now Byleth will clear out this side, take out the Axe Fighter, so that no threat will flank us, and trigger Gale Force, move up once again, and we had them go first to help with Morgan's Blade Session. Next, we will have Robin attack into Elimine, hit her with the Aether, cut through that res, and heal up so that we can tank these two follow-up attacks. No problem. Heal up again thanks to Mystic boost, and now Morgan can come over and take out Elimine with her own Aether. She will endure with the Miracle. Counterattack though doesn't hurt Morgan too badly thanks to her high res, and now we finish the job. Zap! Down she goes. And this green flyer attacks into Robin, but thanks to all the buffs that we have and naturally stacking Robin's speed, he is able to endure and just barely hang in. The Sword Knight attacks Morgan, and she likewise endures. And from here, we can finish the job. We're going to have Morgan attack the Sword Knight. Zap. Robin will finish him off. Zap once more. And now we just have Leo reposition Byleth over, and he will finish the job. Clear out the green flyer. And clear out the map. There we go. Stage cleared. Not too bad. And with that, we have earned the Gold Kutola Band. So overall, not a terribly difficult map. It didn't take that long to figure out a solution, and I was actually surprised I didn't have to shuffle around too many skills on anyone. Even Robin's Null Sea Disrupt ended up being useful, because with lull attack speed, he actually doesn't get that special charged up in time to take out Elimine. So that was actually kind of funny that despite not actually doing damage with the counterattacks, being able to counterattack was still key to clearing the map. But yeah, I'm glad that everyone was able to contribute and help clear that map. Didn't feel like anyone was really dead weight. Everyone's tactics ended up helping save the day. So anyways, I hope you found that interesting. I had fun clearing it with this semi-themed team. And thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. Until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Angel Army Tactics team, signing out.